Remember Master Poe?
How could I forget?
When he would do his demonstrations at the studio?
I miss him terribly.
Oh,
Sometimes when I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I talk to him and about him, I was being sarcastic. Some of the time with him.
What?
Yeah, when I talked about how great Body Rock was.
I never even caught the sarcasm.
There were times when I was being sarcastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll admit to it. I'll cop to it now. Remember when he came up with the hurricane evacuation plan?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he was told that he would be told that he's got these responsibilities and then take him to the umpteenth level.
Well, we also made up the responsibilities because we knew that he would take them to the umpteenth level.
Set him up.
Yeah.
Steve brought him into the producer's booth back at XM.
Recorded
the whole thing.
And told him he was the head of, like, security and safety.
Which, by the way, we could have used some of his tips when Hurricane Sandy came.
Yes, right?
You know?
Oh, man, he was great with making sure we had an evacuation plan for a hurricane in Manhattan, in a building where you're completely safe.
Well,
we were more in the middle of the island as we could ever be, probably at the highest point of Manhattan.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, literally, we were at the part where even Sandy, that devastated surrounding areas, didn't touch Midtown.
No.
It was rainy.
But he was there to evacuate people? Why would you leave?
Just stay put.
Yeah.
Get a hotel. Have fun.
Our own Roland would always mix it up with Master Poe, too, if you remember.
There was one time when Poe, I guess he was trying to get in on the tickle Roland gag.
Yeah.
And everybody tickled him because he laughed. And Poe did it too aggressively.
Yes.
So that got Roland very upset.
Yeah.
And Roland said, "Hey, how are your dogs?" "Oh, that's right, they're dead."
They're dead. And then he kept making woof, woof sounds.
Yeah, just really insensitive.
To Poe.
And Poe loved those dogs.
Well, apparently. He lived with them, I guess, or slept with them at the studio.
Right.
But didn't he sleep in the office a few times with the dogs?
A few times.
Remember when he wanted the password, or he wanted a fucking... he wanted the computer that... We put all the music on, a Delete machine, so he can... And he just said, he goes, why? Well, so I can make tapes.
Well, first he said he needed it for security reasons.
Yeah.
And then we pressed him on it, and he said it was because he wanted to make mixes for his Body Rock.
He just wanted free music.
Danny told me once that when the show first started,
Yeah.
he would have Danny and Nathaniel scan feedback for curse words because he would consider them threats.
It must have been every single one then. Everyone's threatening you guys.
One time Poe issued a complaint against Travis because he was disrespectful, except he didn't know Travis's last name. And so in the letter of complaint that he wrote to our executive producer at the time, he referred to him as Mr. Travis.
Oh, boy.
And that letter is proudly still in my office.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mr. Travis, what did you do that was disrespectful?
Silly me. I was doing show prep before the show, and he wanted me to print something that could have waited 10 minutes.
Oh, some stupid job that he had?
Yeah,
He waited 10 days.
Yeah, he wanted me to print, like, guest release forms or something for someone that wasn't coming in for hours, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it later. And I disrespected him.
That's very disrespectful. Eros,
remember how Poe was supposed to be checking everybody in, but he didn't know celebrities?
Yes.
So he asked me, this Aerosmith, are they a big deal?
A big deal. This Aerosmith.
When was he checking them in? Where?
When
When
they
did
weren't,
it come
they
to
weren't
the
even
door?
going to be there. There was something else going on, but he just pulls me aside and asks if Aerosmith is a big deal.
Remember the IDs from, like, the girls that would come in? I'm a ladies' man. Let me make a copy of this ID and take it with me. Phone number, fucking.
Would he use them?
Oh, yes.
So because we'd have this system where we scanned IDs and copied them, so we had a record of who's coming in the studio, but we just kept them on file in the office.
And they were constantly getting reorganized and refiled.
However,
by interns.
You're saying that there was a little extra copy of the female IDs made.
Let me run off a copy of this one here.
I heard some IDs got lost.
Lost,
and
huh?
then were driven to the home to be returned.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
That's just
That's creepy.
I never saw that.
Like the actual license?
That's what I've heard.
How do you say we lost it within the 3 fucking minutes that they got to...
Remember when we went to get...
Sleight of hand.
Yes. Magic.
Jim, remember when we got X-Men pictures upstairs and Poe came?
Sweaty armpits.
Wasn't it Fantastic Four? Because
Fantastic Four.
Oh, no, it's sweaty. He had sweaty
And he put his arm around Jessica Alba. And remember when all he would wear would be like a tank top and shorts?
And you'd see the big rings of sweat under his arms. Yeah, he'd put his arms around these people.
Yeah.
And didn't she go
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, she got a nice wet armpit.
A wet Poe pit
on her shoulder.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah. Did she say anything? She said something, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she made you know.
Yeah, she's disgusted.
Not happy.
I don't know if he was the right pick for the job.
No,
I think he was.
I used to like his demonstrations when he would like slap all over himself and.
Well, him and his best friend Mars used to do it together.
Didn't you think that him and Mars were best friends?
They were. Mars got him the job.
Yeah, Mars got him the job.
They used to hang out all the time.
Well, then why does Mars try to make it seem like...
he wants to be part of the group.
Who's that over there now? Why are these curtains
I don't know, let's open the fucking curtain. We're celebrities.
You know, they're so fast to close the curtains when we have a naked girl up on the computer. How about you pay attention, and when the naked girl's off the computer, you open the goddamn curtains back up. Got time for that? All right, who's that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We are.
Who is that?
There's a lot of action going on.
There is action. There's like fucking...
Who's all these people?
I don't know. I see somebody that wow, he looks like a problem.
Oh, who's this guy? He's a big guy.
He is a big guy.
Is he a performer or is he with the performer?
I don't know. It looks like security.
It looks to be Chris Colfer from Glee.
Oh, he's from Glee?
The big guy?
No, the big guy.
No, the big guy would be his security.
It looks like somebody that'll...
No one's going to beat him up.
I don't know.
He's a very popular youngster on the
Chris
program.
Colfer? From Glee, yeah.
Why don't we have him?
Because we bring the opposite to people's lives.
Yes. If there was a show called Glum. See, that's the opposite.
Absolutely.
We're all laughing at Master Poe's video now.
And by the way, he had an intern edit this video for him from the show.
Where is this video found? Please. Can we put it on our Facebook?
Of
course we can. This is classic.
He really is doing a good job with those nunchucks, though. I mean, he's fucking...
No, he's not. He's going
not.
really fast to make you think he's doing a good job.
No.
I could do that.
It's just one of those sword thingies that they use.
Do you remember we convinced him
them.
Chuck Norris was going to be there that day?
Yeah.
His hero.
And then,
That's like how you fool a child.
We convinced
Chuck
him,
Norris is showing up.
We convinced him Chuck Norris was coming in, and then we had him write and read aloud a page-long thing about how Chuck Norris influenced his life.
Oh, are those nunchucks?
No, those are like
swords.
Oh.
So much time was spent fucking with Poe. It's like, we had him write up something and...
because he had so much free time.
I don't know why he's wearing sunglasses, but...
Because it looks cool that way.
Never show
Where
your
have you
eyes.
been? Yeah.
I like the editing.
And there's this wavy transition that he's been using.
Leather vest.
He's got like some kind of backdrop going on. Where was this done?
But what's great is he's got the backdrop going on, but it's out of frame, so you can see on the left side of the screen where the backdrop ends.
There's a desk there. Let's see. And now he's just slapping. He slaps himself. Oh, he just did a roll. You people, you've got to look at this video.
It's called Master Poe's Demo 2006.
What's this? What is he doing? He's dusting him. It looks like he's dusting.
I never, ever understood how this was proper security.
I've never... Look at, he's doing like a...
Like just...
He's moving so... I can't even describe this. He's moving his hands at lightning speed over this guy, but it's not doing anything.
You'd think you could just sock him in the stomach.
Right.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, that was 7 years ago.
Jesus.
That was great. Wow, Drew Boogie with the music, huh?
I guess so.
Oh, how about that? Wow, that was...
Pathetic.
Yeah. The top two comments are pathetic and this guy is pure garbage.
Pure garbage?
That's such an insult.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, that's fucking great. The Poe years. How long was he with us?
From 2004.
4 to 6 or so?
way
Probably, yeah,
Way
8.
after.
Really? It was that
2008.
long?
Right as the merger, he was.
He was there for 4 years at least.
Because he used to, when we were at K-Rock, he used to just spend the 3 or 4 hours that we were at K-Rock just sitting
Oh, right.
in the XM office.
Falling asleep.
Because K-Rock wanted nothing to do with it.
I liked him, though.
Security tapes.
Yeah.
I used to play chess with him every day. I liked Poe.
Yeah.
Remember how mad he got when somebody was stealing his chess pieces?
Yes.
Off the board.
Who was it?
He goes, enough
Sam.
shit.
Yeah,
Was it Sam?
I don't remember, but it
was
very
Sam.
well could have been me.
Yeah, because he'd have these games set up, and I guess Jim would play and Poe would play, but they couldn't finish the game, so they just leave it. And Jim would come out like during a break and do a move. But in between that time, somebody would steal pieces. Who took the chess? Someone took my rook.
I think all of us would be moving.
Yeah,
now.
moving him around. I did not move that there.
He always like looks for one fact to tell each celebrity. Like, I like your movie. And which one? And he goes, the only one I read about.
I got that one. I know.
Oh, and then this was like some fan came in and wanted to wrestle Poe. And, like, actually gave some random dude just gave Poe a run for his money.
Oh, right.
And I was like, what?
They're going to wrestle? Is that what this was?
There was room back then to do it.
Hey, look at all that space.
God. All right, he kind of backed Poe up. He got Poe on the ground.
Yeah, look at this.
Poe with a little
our security
reversal.
guard.
He's trying to hook his
that?
leg.
Some fam.
He's not tapped yet. Did he tap?
No.
Poe's also not.
Great at this.
No.
Wow, yeah, this guy's kind of giving him a run.
Because Poe can't do certain things.
Yeah.
You can't do that here now.
Imagine that, right?
Yeah, but Poe could put him in like a quick chokehold and not knock him out or wrap his arm or something like that.
Yeah. Look at the audience and the fucking giant room.
At least we still, you know.
At least they still have the same carpet.
Yeah, we got the same rug on the floor.
We
Great.
have some TVs.
Yeah. God, that studio.
I was
rules.
wondering why there was such an extreme close-up. And then I remembered, I think I was filming.
Of
and
course.
decided to shove the camera in his face.
You really gave him a hard time.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry about that.
Are you?
The
Yeah.
master.
Looking back, some of the things I did were not necessary.
He used to insist on walking me to my car every day.
It's a black leather jacket.
And he'd walk me to my car, and after a while, I just started using my phone, which I could get TV on.
I remember that was the big thing. You
It
had
was
some
the
flip
big
phone
thing.
that you got like
Oh my
live
God!
Fox
Right?
News on.
We thought that was the most amazing thing that you could watch
Amazing at the
TV on your
time.
phone.
I was watching fucking like Fox News and stuff, and I'd just be like watching it, or I'd fake that I got a phone call. That was another thing I'd do. I'd start just going, yeah, yeah. And then I'd walk because I just didn't want to fucking talk to them.
It's so insulting to be walking with somebody and they're like, oh, I have live TV on my phone.
Yeah.
So instead of talking to you, I'll just watch television on my phone.
And it's not even, I couldn't deal with it for the fucking 3-minute walk.
Yeah.
No. And the answer is no, I couldn't. But yes, Erock.
Because every time you got to your car, he adjusted everything that you had. Your mirrors, the radio, the seats, something with you used to have your phone tapped into the car so you could just call while you were driving, and he'd mess that up.
Yes, every time I would get in, that's when he started bringing the truck over, yeah. And it was like everything, he'd fuck with every button in my truck.
Well, there was
Everything.
There was a time he had to enter David got drunk at the Halloween party, and Poe gave him a ride home. But Poe had to make all these shady stops, so it took him like 3 hours to get home.
Shady stops?
Yeah, like you had to stop at somebody's house, then you had to stop and get something to eat, and then enter David is just drunk sitting there like, what are we doing? Where are we stopping here?
Wait a minute, I have to stop here. If you see any movement in that area, alert me.
Do you remember when Pal Talk had that pajama party and he was trying to contact the girls so he could, because he insisted he had to run security for their party?
Yes. Yep. I want to be there. You need Master Poe.
I want to be in you.
Off to F.H. Riley's.
Oh, God, and then there was that F.H. Riley story.
Oh, yeah.
There was alleged sexual contact in the parking lot.
Free
Wasn't
advertisements.
that Opie's classic line that FH doesn't stand for?
No, that
fuck
was
you?
Anthony's, yeah.
Oh, is that you?
Fuck
Yeah, hold
your-
on, let me see if I
Fuck
have it.
your Riley's.
Why does it? I like that
was-
Eric Eric has Master Po jokes, like right on fire. Like, I think I have it right here.
Yeah, I think I got that one.
We haven't talked about him in years.
We went to a Caroline's Christmas party, and I looked at the list one year, and it said Po, Master.
No.
Because he didn't give out his real name.
No.
Wouldn't he go there to
free steaks every night?
Oh.
Yeah, he went every night to get free steaks. Mr. Charles.
Call me Maestro. That's how Master Po is like Maestro.
Oh, Master Po.
I have the Po clip if you want.
Oh, okay. Let's hear.
Master Po, with all due respect, Po, you kind of would run after a female dog because it's female.
Wow.
You're kind of known around this place to be a little flirtatious.
Well, let's just
to look at a lot of the girls and stuff. So it's hard to really gauge how much if you're just being Po.
Let's just put it this way: he does a lot of his dating in the back parking lot at FH Riley.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Why is everyone looking away? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, Po. The FH doesn't mean fuck here.
Somebody wants to chime in about Master Po, actually. Rick in Ohio.
Hey, didn't he at one time leave a prescription for Viagra in Anthony's car?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Hey, leave shit in there. The fucking Viagra prescription.
Of all the things to leave in Anthony's car.
Yeah. I need my dick hardeners.
He left a prescription. How humiliating.
He was the
He's
best.
trying to be this tough guy, just lying about everything, and then he leaves a prescription for Viagra.
For Viagra.
I ruined his leather jacket by putting stickers on the back.
And then then it got to the point where it really got shady with girls that were texting us and emailing everyone from the show, talking about how fucking horrible he was. I don't even know what all those were.
It ended up getting very serious very fast.
Yes, and he's like, and Po used to come in and be like, if you get any emails, don't acknowledge any of those. It's like, don't acknowledge them. We're all fucking in the office reading each one, laughing our asses off.
But how did they get our email? Oh, they hacked into his thing.
Yeah.
Somebody hacked his account because I'm like, how the fuck did they get my email? Who is this?
But then we get new emails, like every 4 months or something, from a different email address saying, hey, just so you know.
Master Po was doing this and that, and oh boy.
I'd love to
they
find
got
out
ugly.
His real story.
Yeah, my dojo's in foreclosure.
Do you remember the day he didn't show up, and then the next day he said he was taking a personal day, but I guess Keith found out that he was arrested.
What?
Oh, really?
Because of unpaid traffic tickets, his license was suspended. And, yeah, he didn't show up, and then we found out that morning he was in jail.
And
the bail was like $200, and he couldn't pay it.
My favorite story, though, is the dojo story, where he
I wish I had that photo.
He got everybody from
Every autograph.
What was it, from a website or one of the
all
fan
the message boards.
One of the fan websites and message boards and whatnot, and got them all together to do free work at his dojo, to build his dojo.
And he offered him free lessons or something like that.
I'll give you free lessons when it's built. And, they all got together. They had this big grand opening with the balloons.
The balloon video was the one where he was trying to explain, making mistakes in combat. And he kept popping balloons going, that's a mistake, pop. That's a mistake, pop. It was the craziest thing you ever saw.
We have that?
I don't know.
It was
all
never
of his
published.
videos are insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was never.
We had
They're
a copy of it.
insane.
I still have all of these emails.
And then it turned out that his dojo, that he got everyone to work for free and build, and he was going to do, was actually on his ex's property. So she put a stop to that immediately, and then a short time later, it burned down.
Oh, wow.
And we had a great picture of just the cement stairs leading to a pile of burnt rubble.
Yeah. to nothing.
It was, and there's the contrasting picture of him in front, all happy at the grand opening, and then burnt stairs and nothing else. Everything was always so shady.
There's a caller. If you remember, he did a Saturday night show once. And
the arena.
He filled the studio with ex-cons.
He called it the arena.
Oh, right.
And then invited like 30 or 40 fans.
Right.
Right. Sean.
And he's like, oh, yes.
Didn't he have the guys pull a bunch of audio drops for the beginning of the show, and it was like an hour-long show?
Yes.
So he had miles and miles of audio he wanted to
I need this sound effect. I need a movie clip. Oh, that's right. Yes, and he invited up a bunch of people that he was like, these are fighters and masters, and they were all fucking the scariest bunch of ex-cons that were like looking around, casing the joint. How much could I off this piece of equipment for?
And literally had dozens of random fans up.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
No one knew.
Weapons.
Yeah, nobody goes, allegedly.
Yes, and weapons.
Yeah, but his fists are weapons, so it cancels each other.
Lethal weapons. Yeah. Look how fast they move. What a great
update to previous virus notification.
Oh yeah, when the emails came, when the accusatory emails came to us, he claimed he had a virus.
This is a computer virus. Yeah, computer virus. Hey there, Bo.
I suggest you do not open said emails due to the infestation of viruses.
He didn't want us to open them to read them because they were. He must have sat and toiled like, how am I going to keep them from reading this about me? Oh, I'll say it's a virus, and if they open it, I'm very crafty.
Did you open it anyway?
Of course.
I wonder if he had a tortured life, or if he thought he was just slick all the time.
I think he thought he was very slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Their MO is to draw you into their trap of infections.
Oh.
Who said that?
Who do you think?
Yeah, what type of language is that?
That was Poe. If you opened up the email, you were going to get a trap of infections.
From women accusing him of things.
Yes, always. Yeah, that guy was a fucking pisser.
I miss him.
I miss that whole fucking time over there.
It was
crazy, all that shit.
It was the Wild West over there.
I mean, it's fun and all. I still love doing the show, but man, that was crazy over there. It was brand new, like fucking satellite radio. Who knew what? What is that?
This is the list of all the sound effects he wanted for his show.
Wow,
opening.
you actually have those?
I keep everything.
What does he need?
Muhammad Ali, spelled completely incorrectly, float like a butterfly, and all his chants before and after a fight.
All of them?
Yes. Chuck Norris, his views on how martial arts have evolved.
What the fuck?
Bruce Lee, his views on combat and why he developed Jeet Kune Do.
Did you get these clips from him?
No. No, this was forwarded to me from an intern.
Did the interns get them?
I don't know.
I would think not.
Macho Camacho, his chants before or after he fights someone. Tyson, his chants before or after he fights someone.
What chant? What's he talking about?
Yeah, what is a chant when...
He probably spelled a C-H-A-N-C.
Yeah, a chance.
End the sound bit with the scene from Braveheart while he is in his cell. Not every man dies, but not every man lives.
Oof. Oh my God, this is terrible.
Mixed with the scene from 300, it's an honor to die by your side, and his reply is, it was an honor to live by yours.
He actually wanted these.
300.
Wow.
Download the scene in Troy before the Spartans crash through the door, and he tells his soldiers, it has been an honor to battle by your side, boys. Something to that effect.
Oh.
The end scene in Braveheart, where William Wallace is lying on his back with an arrow in him, I think, and his friends are saying goodbye. Goodbye, by the way, spelled G-O-O-D space B-U-Y.
Goodbye.
Oh, no. Goodbye. Viagra is a goodbye.
Goodbye.
Poe wanted all these clips for a show that was a one-off, maybe 2 hours, but possibly 1 hour.
Right.
For an intro. This was all for the intro.
This is for the intro.
Oh, my God.
This is just the intro.
The movie Alamo, before the last battle scene. They may have said something to prepare them for battle.
I don't know. They may have said something. Get me that clip.
One would imagine.
The movie Gladiator, before the scene when he is in the woods and he tells the Roman soldier, the frost, sometime the blades stick in the cold, or something like that.
This is he wants every clip of every moment he's imagined himself doing that.
Yeah.
It's such a long
this
list.
Is from The Accused.
Get the pinball machine clip from The Accused.
Then at the end, a mixture of all the above will give me a beginning to the show. Name of the show, Master Poe's Ush Show.
Oos.
If you have any ideas, let me know. Remember, the theme of this show will be strength and honor.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and then he has a list of sounds for the instant replay machine.
Oh, he wanted to use the instant replay.
Ush. Swords clashing. Blocking and hitting. The wind sound from a weapon being wielded.
Like, whew, whew, whew.
Wow. Someone yelling while on the attack.
What the fuck?
Just amazing.
It's insanity. Hey, he was going to do the fucking show.
Those were the days.
He did end up doing it, and he brought in those convicts. That was a wild time.
Yep.
Just didn't know what the fuck was going on in there.
Yeah.
Everybody we weren't even in the same building, in the same state. Management was literally in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, they were.
The doorman hated everybody.
And we hated him.
Yeah.
We hated the doorman. Oh, remember the doorman?
Yeah. Dennis Leary called him
the doorman.
Every guest hated that guy, too.
Yeah.
To all, this is very serious. Do not open any emails from addresses that are listed below.
Oh, my God. How many are there?
18. I have just been notified by Norton of a virus being circulated through the email addresses listed below.
Yes, I said I suspect that there's a virus being circulated through these email addresses.
Oh, my God.
This is a warning that any emails you may receive from the following senders and or any similar variation thereof should be automatically deleted. Do not open any email messages under any circumstances.
Under any.
When emails are received from these accounts and opened, a virus is attached which can destroy all the information contained on your hard drive.
What?
Which will not be retrievable, and this person will gain access to all your personal information.
But if it's not retrievable, how would they get it?
And will use this information against you.
Yes, like they have to me. I am a victim.
These men are villains.
I love him.
He was a one of a kind. And no one knows what he's up to now?
Well, this guy,
hasn't been any...
some guy on the phone does.
But I don't know.
I don't know if you want to go to him or not.
Sure. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
We don't know if this is true or not.
Yeah. What up, yo?
Steve.
What's happening?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
I don't know. It looks like he might be going now by Master Rivera.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, good for him.
Master Rivera. Does he have a website?
RobertoLuisRivera.com.
RobertoLuisRivera.com. Let's see.
There he is.
Oh, no. He's around children.
It says, Master Rivera trains kittens into tigers, cubs into bears, fear into courage.
Wow.
New name into new identity.
Can you go to the testimonies?
Testimonies. Let's see.
Contact form. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There aren't any.
Maybe the website's new, sir. I mean, you know.
Maybe. Is he photoshopped?
Yeah. See if he mentions his time at SiriusXM in his bio.
No, he does not.
He does not. He wants that era to be erased.
But he does mention the name Master Poe.
Oh, Master Rivera.
He does? Good.
Does he mention Bullshito?
Oh, there he is.
Hey, there he is at the arena.
With all the world's warriors gathered against us.
Hey!
This is the big intro.
Who's up to the task?
Cool!
Do not forget today's lesson.
Respect and honor.
Respect us.
We do what we were trained to do. What we were bred to do.
Who put this together?
What we were born to do.
By Derek or Steve.
No prisoners.
I remember
no
that
mess.
sweat jacket he's wearing in the pictures.
Oh, yeah, he wore it every day.
Yeah.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die.
For one show.
Over the top.
It will be yours for all time. Never surrender. Never retreat.
This is how he imagines his life every day. How dramatic.
For glory, glory, glory,
Oh, yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I want this as our intro.
Yeah.
Let's steal this.
We're shitting on him when he actually cared about the intro to his show. What an asshole doing show prep and trying to make it sound right.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a cool fucking intro right there.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
Very epic. His one-off show, The Arena. All right, well, good for him.
I hope he's doing well. I like him.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got no qualms. Where's
Spider's
that?
taking fucking 4 hours to make a chess move. I like him.
This looks like, what is that?
I think he had
photos from a dinner.
Look, it's Big A.
he had a dinner before the arena.
So he just posted all the photos.
Oh, I recognized a lot of these people.
Yes.
They're fans of the show.
Is he? Where is he in New York?
I don't know where this dojo is.
The last I saw, he was in Tampa with Ralphie May at a comedy club.
Oh,
Yeah?
shocker. Maybe they're dating.
How about that? Maybe they're dating.
It'd be funny if him and Ralphie were a couple.
Well, that's great. Well, good for him. It's been nice, this little trip down memory lane.
I wish he would come back and say hi.
I do wish him luck, and I hope he's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Wow, look at the time. That went really fast today.
Yeah.
All the way from me getting fucked by the goddamn bridge and tunnel shithead right up to Master Poe and everything in between. Oh, boy. Tell your friends about the replay. They're going to love it.
I have one plug.
What, Jimmy? What?
I'll be at the Gathering of the Juggalos this Friday night on the 11 o'clock show. And actually, the 23rd, my special comes out. I'm going to start promoting that now. I'm going to L.A. next week and doing a whole shitload of podcasts while we're off.
Nice.
We're here the week of the release. I'm very psyched.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, I hope people like it.
Do you think you're going to get a blowjob at the Juggalos thing?
No, I
Why?
don't. Because I'll go in.
I hear it's very easy.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I hear that, it jinxes me.
Oh.
So I'll go in. Here's what will happen.
Uh-huh.
I will do my show.
Right.
I will get back and get a message from Sharon saying Ozzy was asking to go to dinner.
Oh.
And I'll realize that I was away.
But
and
if
then
you get
Saturday, I'll say, hey, and I'll go down to Philly, and I'll fuck up again, and I'll be in the wrong place.
Oh, no.
And then Sunday, I go to L.A. to do podcasts. So let's be honest. It has been a wonderful / humiliating week.
No. I think if you do the show and then you have your all-access pass, I honestly think you could just get girls to suck your dick.
Dude, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I had a Sabbath all-access pass. I couldn't get to the right area.
Right. But that is different.
And I was allowed.
Yeah.
Anywhere I wanted to go. I could have moseyed.
Except you just didn't go to the right place.
I didn't know what to do. I panicked again.
Terrible instincts.
Dude, I am
Yeah.
literally the worst.
Those are bad instincts.
Very bad
I
instincts.
want to get my prick tugged.
My prick?
I want to get my prick milked. That's what
my
I say to a girl. You want to milk my prick?
Prick. It's the worst.
It is, right?
Yeah. No one wants
You have time for a kiss,
prick.
Sam?
Ooh.
No, I do not.
What's coming up next?
After Opie and Anthony Live starring
Wow.
Sam Roberts.
Wow.
Yeah.
People, you don't even know how lucky you are.
Yes, because you can
Getting
turn it
that.
off right now.
That's not fair.
Because you can turn it off?
That's not fair.
I kid.
Yeah, of course he does. All right, everybody. That was fun. And we will see you right back here. Same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.
If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Push, push. Push, push. Push, push. Push, push.
The Opie and Anthony Show continues. Sort of. After O&A Live with Sam Roberts is next.
Time when Poe, I guess he was trying to get in on the tickle Roland gag.
Yeah.
And everybody tickled him because he laughed. And Poe did it too aggressively.
Yes, yes.
So that got Roland very upset.
Yeah.
And Roland said, hey, how are your dogs? Oh, that's right, they're dead.
They're dead. And then he kept making woof, woof sounds.
Yeah, just really insensitive.
To Poe.
And Poe loved those dogs.
Well, apparently. He lived with him, I guess, or slept with him at the studio.
Right.
But didn't he sleep in the office a few times with the dogs?
A few times.
Remember when he wanted the password, or he wanted a fucking, he wanted the computer that we put all the music on, a delete machine, so he can, and he just said, he goes, why? Well, so I can make tapes.
Well, first he said he needed it for security reasons.
Yeah.
And then we pressed him on it, and he said it was because he wanted to make mixes for his body rock.
He just wanted free music.
Danny told me once that when the show first started,
yeah,
he would have Danny and Nathaniel scan feedback for curse words because he would consider them threats.
It must have been every single one then. Everyone's threatening you guys.
One time Poe issued a complaint against Travis because he was disrespectful, except he didn't know Travis's last name. And so in the letter of complaint that he wrote to our executive producer at the time, he referred to him as Mr. Travis.
Oh, boy.
And that letter is proudly still in my office.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mr. Travis, what did you do that was disrespectful?
Silly me. I was doing show prep before the show, and he wanted me to print something that could have waited 10 minutes.
Oh, some stupid job that he had?
Yeah.
He waited 10 days.
Yeah, he wanted me to print, like, guest release forms or something for someone that wasn't coming in for...
He was the head of, like... security and safety.
Which, by the way, we could have used some of his tips when Hurricane Sandy came.
Yes, right?
You know?
Oh, man, he was great with making sure we had an evacuation plan for a hurricane in Manhattan, in a building where you're completely safe.
Well,
we were more in the middle of the island as we could ever be, probably at the highest point of Manhattan.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, literally, we were at the part where even Sandy, that devastated surrounding areas, didn't touch Midtown.
Didn't touch Midtown. No.
It was rainy.
But he was there to evacuate people? Why would you leave?
Just stay put.
Yeah.
Get a hotel. Have fun.
Our own Roland would always mix it up with Master Poe, too, if you remember.
There was one...
Remember Master Poe?
How could I forget?
When he would do his demonstrations at the studio.
I miss him terribly.
Oh,
sometimes when I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I talk to him and about him, I was being sarcastic. Some of the time with him.
What?
Yeah, when I talked about how great Body Rock was.
I never even caught the sarcasm.
There were times when I was being sarcastic.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll admit to it. I'll cop to it now. Remember when he came up with the hurricane evacuation plan?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he was told that he would be told that he's got these responsibilities and then take him to the umpteenth level.
Well, we also made up the responsibilities because we knew that he would take them to the umpteenth level.
Set him up.
Yeah.
Steve brought him into the producer's booth back at XM.
Recorded
the whole thing.
And told him
hours, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it later. And I disrespected him.
That's very disrespectful. Eros.
Remember how Poe was supposed to be checking everybody in, but he didn't know celebrities?
Yes.
So he asked me, this Aerosmith, are they a big deal?
A big deal. This Aerosmith.
When was he checking them in? Where?
When they weren't even going to be there. There was something else going on, but he just pulls me aside and asks if Aerosmith is a big deal.
Remember the IDs from like the girls that would come in? I'm a ladies' man. Let me make a copy of this ID and take it with me. Phone number, fucking.
Would he use them?
Oh, yes.
So because we'd have this system where we scanned IDs and copied them, so we had a record of who's coming in the studio, but we just kept them on file in the office.
And they were constantly getting reorganized and refiled.
However,
by interns.